Hey everybody, how's it going? This is week 1 of my trying to pass a prop firm 50K Topstep account. So we've traded Thursday and Friday, and we started off very sketch. 1, 2, 3 losses, we're down $400. Although we turned that around, we ended up day 1 up 400. Day 2, we ended up another 700. So we are up now 1100 for the week, and we got another 2k to go to pass the account, so a good start to the week. I'll just walk you through my trades, show you how I done, and hopefully I can pass this account and then we can go and get our first payout ever. Okay, here we can see not a bad start to the week. 409 on the first day. Oh, here we can see we started off down. We're down 500 and we're down 200, sorry. Down 200, and then we turned it around. I think we got down 400 at some point. That must have been just the loss we took. It would have been more in the red at some point. And we turned it around and took a big win, 628. Turned that day around, and then we have this day here, which will green the whole time. I think we only took winning trades. So yeah, if we just look at our stats, we can see I trade a bit different to a lot of people. Here you can see only winning 35% of trades, mainly losing trades, but they're a lot smaller than my win. You can see profit factor 3.57, taking much bigger wins. Like best trade 845 and worst trade 117. Average losing trades only $48, and then average winning trades 310. That looks a bit weird because I'm taking like 3 micros, 4 micros here and then. You can see I also hold my losses quite short, 15 minutes, and the winners quite long. So that's my way of trading, like a tight stop and letting them run. So not quite an ICT style, more of like a momentum breakout, breakdown style. So let's go through day 1 here. So to start with, we have micro SPY. So this was my first trade. So I saw SPY was in this uptrend here, and we're in a bullish market. Then we build this range here, and then obviously there's all that, but I was looking at it here, and on this this candle here, we've gone up on the 5 minute. I took the breakout, and then we came back down and I got stopped out. So I was just testing it a little bit before pre-market. I had a small position, so that was my very first loss here. It would have taken about 6 points or so, little loss, maybe 100 or so bucks. Then we re-entered long when it broke down around here. So it had broken down, and I entered around here, maybe this candle or this candle. I can't remember exactly how it looked when I entered, but it was around here. And it was because we're going into open, and I was risking this line here. So I can't remember exactly why I saw it. Might have been on the hourly, but I was like, okay, we might gap up and continue up into open. We're pulling back just before open. So this is just before open, and you can see we ripped out of open. But basically, I got stopped out on this wick just here. So I took another like $100 or so loss here. It was a similar stop loss, even though it just ripped straight up after, but we missed all of that. Though we were in it for the bounce, missed that. So then we started on another loss. This S&P was just like stopping us out left, right, center. Then when this had broken out, I think I re-entered it somewhere here, because I was like, again, it's going up, and put my stop back at the original place. And then we got stopped out again here, and then it ripped up. So we were right on our direction. I knew where it was going to go, but unfortunately got stopped out 3 times. So I was down like $300-400 to start. But luckily on this day, I'd found this wheat short, which saved us. So you can see, this is how wheat looked. I actually traded this off the hourly. So I like to look at the stocks on the hourly, and then I'll go onto the 5 minute maybe for an entry. But it's nice to get a direction. I actually look at the daily just to see the direction, then the hourly. I prefer the hourly for day trading, and then the 5 minute for like direction and a bit more short term. So we're looking at it when it'd been in this uptrend, but then we failed, and I was like, okay, this is a breakdown. So I remember I got it somewhere like here before open, I'm not sure, around here something. I was risking like 1%, which is quite a bit. I would like to have risked less, but it's the only way you can buy it one contract. Anyway, then we held it maybe to about, we took like 2.5% out of it. There was the 800, 600 bucks that made up the rest of our win. And then I covered it intraday when it was bouncing on this candle, somewhere like here. So there was a nice short there. Now, this is where I had this. Okay. Then we came to this. Okay, and yeah, and that's how we made our profit for day one and ended up the 400 bucks. So we started off 3 losses, made everything on wheat. Okay. Day 2. Now this one went well. We only made 2 different trades in 2 different commodities. Bitcoin and wheat again. Both of them looked the most interesting to me. I looked at the S&P, we were gapping down big, but I couldn't see anywhere to trade. We had a big gap down this day, down 1% or so out of open, and then we continued to dump. But here, this is what I was looking at the hourly when Bitcoin was like just here. So if we look at it on a 5 minute, it'd be a bit more clear. So I was looking at it, Bitcoin was just on this 5 minute candle here. And this is just before open. And anyway, I was like, okay, we're in this downtrend, we're breaking this range. We are, what's it called? We're dumping in the SPY. So I took a short here. I wish I had a bit more size because I decided not to take much size because we're going into open, and I thought like straight away out of open we could pump and then just take us out. But Bitcoin didn't behave so close to the market as I thought. But anyway, we shorted it here, a little bit of risk up to here, and then we just held as it dumped. I didn't actually hold the whole way through here. I might have sold more around here. And the reason I covered Bitcoin is when you look at the daily, and it ended up covering here, we're in this little tight range on the daily, and we're holding the 20-day, holding the 10-day, and I wasn't bargaining, oh, this is the day we're gonna break this range. So once we're already about here, I was like, I just may as well take the profit. I'm not gonna bargain, it's gonna break the range today. So I got a nice little gain on Bitcoin there. And then my final trade again was in wheat, which was our bigger trade again, more so because we get the big size. Now wheat is covered, it's back in this range, so I wouldn't be looking at shorts for it next week. It's dumped, it looks like it can pump now if I go back into wheat, which just, that's why it's so important to look at the daily first. But now if we look at the hourly, because I traded this off the hourly chart, you can see we'd made it short. I was quite confident in how we to trade. We made it short. We see this bounce, but the downtrend continues. Now, I like these continuation sort of things. I actually prefer this second trade to the first trade. So we build this downtrend and we re-break the downward range, and I took it short. I risked a little bit. I think I got it a bit further, so I might have risked like 0.8% because I got it right out of open. And then again, as soon as it started to go green, we covered it and we made a nice 700 bucks this day. So here we are at 51,119, and hopefully next week we can pass the account. We just need 2K more to pass the account, and I'm streaming my trading every day 30 minutes before market opens if you want to watch. So thank you.